Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine began in February of 2022, the U.S. Congress has authorized $111 billion in aid for Ukraine. Back in October, President Biden asked lawmakers to approve an additional $61.4 billion, but so far that request has gone unanswered, and the White House says funding for Kyiv could run out by the end of the year.
Congress has to decide whether to continue to support the fight for freedom in Ukraine as part of the 50-nation coalition that President Biden has built, or whether Congress will ignore the lessons we've learned from history and let Putin prevail. It is that simple. It is that stark a choice.
In a stark letter to congressional leaders, the White House's budget director said a failure to approve the funds would, quote, kneecap Ukraine on the battlefield, not only putting at risk the gains Ukraine has made, but increasing the likelihood of Russian military victories, adding, we are out of money and nearly out of time. The new Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, responded to the White House, expressing concerns about a lack of a clear strategy in Ukraine and a lack of accountability to U.S. taxpayers. His conference is refusing to sign on to any additional funding for Kyiv unless Democrats give in to their demands on immigration and increased controls at the U.S.-Mexico border.
It's possible to do. Democrats don't want to do it. All Republicans want to do it. I'm not helping Ukraine until we help ourselves.
Republicans have been widely supportive of military aid for Israel in its war with Hamas, but many have grown weary of backing Kyiv in a war that has dragged on for almost 2 years. With the U.S. presidential election less than a year away, a recent poll by the Associated Press found that almost half of the American public thinks the U.S. is spending too much on aid to Ukraine.